I'm back. So, I post a lot about like contest prep diet stuff, and I figured we could talk more about like how to diet for the average person just trying to lose weight, not in a show, because dieting for contests is a little bit different. So I have a special guest, and look who it is. So, Rob.
What's up, guys? Oh yeah, so basically the one thing that we kind of wanted to talk about was dieting for the average person, quote unquote, somebody that's not trying to get to crazy low body fat
4%.
levels or step on stage, as somebody that wants to drop some weight for like the beach or a wedding or whatever the case is. A lot of people, and it's the reason that most people really can't stick to diets, is because they go 110% like from the get-go. Like they say, oh, my girlfriend, she cut out carbs, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to have a yogurt in the morning and a salad, and I'm going to be good and lose weight. You're going to fucking hate that. You're going to hate it. You're not going to stick to it. You're going to binge after 3 days. You're going to hate your life, and then you're going to feel even worse after having binged like that. So basically the best thing to do is really just use healthier options. Like even if you go to Subway, instead of getting, a foot-long Italian BMT, get a 6-inch like chicken.
Well, they have flatbread sandwiches now.
Yeah, I mean, just simple choices like that. Like, make sure you have balanced meals. Make sure you don't have to eat. Everyone says, "Oh, you have to eat 6 times a day to speed up." You really don't. You would eat whatever fits into your schedule.
Have small snacks.
Yeah, you can have healthy snacks.
You could eat every 3 hours. Just one, every other meal is like smaller, like an apple.
Right. So
or
it's not like
nuts.
It's not like you necessarily need to follow some kind of like bodybuilding regimented diet. You just need to watch the amount of calories that you're taking in and make sure you're burning more than you're taking in, because at the end of the day, that's how you're going to lose weight. You will not lose weight. I'll tell you this right now. People wonder why they don't lose weight, especially girls. No offense, but especially girls. They'll diet on 800 calories for 3 days, right? Have some kind of crazy binge because they go out with their girlfriends on Wednesday, let's say. Right there, just from the drinking, from the eating, or whatever, you're negating. First of all, you shouldn't be eating only 800 calories the other days, but you're negating any calorie, deficit that you had from earlier in the week by going out and pigging out like that. Because at the end of the day, it adds up for the week. It adds up for the week, for the month, and if you're consistently burning more calories, that's how you lose weight. It's not a one-day thing. So it's much better to get on like a diet. It depends on your metabolism, it depends on your body type, but for girls, let's say, it's going to be, I don't know, you don't want to do anything crazy, like 1,400 to start calories, 12?
Like 15?
Like 1,500 to start, plus cardio. But healthy calories, good calories, so it's not like crap.
Even 16 is fine, because
it's one of those things where, like, if you do that and you can make your food taste good, like we do, and like some of the girls and the guys that we work with, and my friends and her friends and stuff like that, you can enjoy your food while losing weight. Mm-hmm. You don't have to eat, chicken with nothing on it. You don't have to sit there. Ow! Bit my tongue. You have to sit there and eat, broccoli and celery all day. You could have meals, and I'll guarantee you'll probably be fuller when you start the diet because you'll be eating more often, but it'll be more satiating food. Like the amount of calories might not be as much, but the volume will be more. Mm-hmm. Because 10 ounces of chicken breast. It is a lot more food than, let's say, like a burger from McDonald's.
Yeah.
But in terms of the volume, but it's also a lot less calories. 10 ounces is a lot of chicken, so you probably shouldn't be eating that. But
like 4 or 5 ounces is a really good amount.
yeah, again, so it kind of just comes down to making those smart choices to start. And again, you don't have to go on something where you can't have a cheat meal. You could, I always say, like, once a week, maybe twice, once a week for like a real cheat meal.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go out, you have a drink or something like that. You don't need to be, you're not a monk. You don't need to be like in contest prep like we are. You can't drink, can't do this, can't do that. You could still enjoy yourself. Just like have one. You know what I mean? If you go out, even if you go out to a restaurant with your friends, take the healthier option. Don't go pig out on nachos and this and that. Have like
get a salad with like really nice dressing.
Yeah.
Like some restaurants have really good salads, but like when I would go out to eat with my friends before I started eating correctly, I would go out to eat maybe like 3 or 4 times a week, and I would get junk, like big ass meals, junk. Like that adds up. And I wasn't exercising or anything. So, like, if you're going out to eat that often, like, one meal get a junk meal, but, like, other meals get chicken and broccoli. A lot of restaurants have really healthy options now. So, and you can actually ask them to order it, like, cook it the way that you want it to. Like, can you hold the butter? Can you hold the sauces? Bring the sauces on the side. Stuff like that.
Yeah, it really just comes down to, like, if you're dedicated enough to want to do it. If you say you want to lose weight, I'm not gonna lie, like your body, when you get to a certain weight, it doesn't want to gain or lose weight. It's the same thing with gaining muscle. Your body wants to be in a state of equilibrium. It doesn't need a muscle. It doesn't need any more fat necessarily, but it stores fat easily. So when it gets to a certain level that it's storing fat, it just wants to stay there unless you forcibly make it leave by burning it off. There's no other way. I mean, if you get to a certain body weight and then you just start staying at that level of calories, you're not going to lose weight because you're still eating the same thing. Your body's going to stay the way it is. So you do have to work hard to lose weight. It's not easy, but it comes down to, again, do you want it? Do you want to look good at the wedding or the beach or for us at a show, whatever the case is? Kind of just got to do it. Suck it up. It's hard, but
and how do you kind of like maintain at that level, like when you finally get to the beach? Like, what do you do after you finally got your body?
Yeah, that's the other thing. That's probably the first and most important thing in starting a diet is realizing that it's a lifestyle change. It's not
you're gonna get it, and all of a sudden you gain all the way back.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. For me, when I'm dieting for a bodybuilding show, well, this is my first one in just over 5 weeks. It's 100%. It's going to be almost a 5-month diet when it's all said and done. Not one cheat meal.
Perfect days.
It literally, cardio every single day, but I think 2 or 3. Now I'm at like 95 minutes a day. So it's training every day, lifting. But that's 110% precise. Again, you don't need to do that to lose a little bit of body fat. Okay? You don't need to be that precise.
But yeah, so basically that is like
right. Oh, so what I was saying, it's changing your whole lifestyle. Okay, so the one thing that you don't want to do, and the one thing honestly, like, just to give you another background on bodybuilding, when your diet is so extreme, and Tori went through this too, when your diet is so extreme for a long period of time, and then you all of a sudden introduce all these crazy fattening carb-filled foods, your body's going to balloon up. It's going to hold a lot of water, right? It's not going to look good. No. So, like, my thing is, like, in my off-season, towards the end of it, I was eating a lot of shit. And I still always will enjoy myself in off-season. Like, when we go out, I'm still going to... I love ice cream. I love, Subway,
McDonald's.
Chipotle, McDonald's. I like to eat that stuff, but I'm going to stay...
He's not going to do it every day.
I'm going to have a base diet, and then if I want to throw some things in here and there, when I feel like I can, I will.
And I'll basically be having one dirty cheat maybe every 7 to 10 days, and then if I want to go out to eat, like I'm not gonna kill myself because I will not go out to eat for like clean meals because I don't know how the cook is cooking the food. Like I'm not gonna trust it, even if I'm getting chicken and rice. Like I can't tell what the macros are. But when I'm in the off season, like I will go to the restaurant and get a healthier meal and like ask them to cook it correctly, but I won't care if the meal's just a little bigger than what I'm used to because I'll be reverse dieting. But yeah, so I will be a little bit more on the regimented side because I want to stay pretty lean. Like I like seeing my abs if you can't tell. But that's really important to me versus, and I'm still going to be trying to gain muscle, and that's why I'm going to be eating a little bit more calories throughout every week, but at the same time keeping my cardio up, lifting heavy, keeping clean meals, just because I like the way that it feels. Rob is like on the cycle to get to like 250, so he'll be eating massive food.
I'll be eating a lot. I'll be eating a lot of clean food. Like I prefer the way it makes me feel. First of all, in the gym, outside of the gym. Like I said, there's certain times, especially during the day, when it's like the post-workout, morning, whatever, where you could throw that extra stuff in.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Cereal.
But I don't advise guys doing that or girls doing that. I'm into bodybuilding, so I have a little more muscle. I'm able to eat a lot of calories without necessarily getting too fat.
Because the more muscle you have, the more you burn calories at rest. So
yeah.
It's an active.
But basically, what I was saying is, for me, it's 18-week diet, 100%. And, I kind of honestly started off with the mentality of, all right, 18 weeks. And I've been very lean before, a couple of years ago. Then I started slowly putting on size. So I have dieted hard before. But it kind of starts off like when you first are restricted, you're like, fuck this. I'm doing this for 18 weeks and I'm doing what I want. And you get to the point now, it's been 13 weeks on a diet for me, where your self-control is like so strong that you haven't had all this stuff. So it's like, I like the way I look. You like the way you feel. I mean, not necessarily I feel tired and all that shit, but you kind of like, the results that it's giving you.
Yeah.
And I in no way expect to stay contest lean post show. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. We're gonna go out, but it's also you got to find that balance too, to where it's not like you feel like you're restricting yourself too much, because I feel like that's why so many people cheat on their diets, because they almost feel suffocated.
Yeah.
So I can't have this, and then in their mind they're like, I'm gonna have it, like just because they.
And then they just quit everything.
Yeah, then they say fuck it, because I had that cheat meal. Now there's literally no point, so now I might as well go drink this tomorrow and go out here, and then it gets lost in the shuffle of things.
And that's been my problem before. I would do diet for 3 days and then go, oh my god, we'll never have chocolate again, and then eat like 5 chocolate bars. So you have to kind of just like let yourself have it if you really want it, but like think about why you want it. Like, are you tired? Are you having a bad day? Like, find things to distract you. But if you really want to like eat something that's not the greatest for you, like eat it, but plan to eat it, if that makes any sense. Like, schedule a cheat meal. If you have it, tell yourself you won't have another bad thing for another 7 to 10 days or something like that. But like, don't starve yourself either. To like, I have a friend who, Jolene, I'm giving you a shout out. She texted me the other day, if you had a problem, like, did you ever like restrict calories the next day or do extra cardio? Like, that will drive you absolutely insane. Like, don't do extra cardio or restrict your calories more just because you messed up. Like,
yeah, if you have like a Reese's cup, you don't need to go do 50 crunches to burn off. Like, it's over time. It's being consistent. And again, there's no need for why you can't have that stuff. If you work it into the allotment of what you're supposed to eat for the day, you could have things that you love.
If it fits your macros.
Yeah, and I mean things that taste awesome. You could have cereal. You could have sugary kid cereal.
Cereal is the same amount of calories as a half a cup of oatmeal. So I can totally have it. It's just a little bit more sugar.
You know, yeah, Pop-Tart. You can have a Pop-Tart. You can have, as long as you're getting like enough protein, carbs, and fats that will, that caters to your body type in terms of losing weight and what you need to do calorically. That's all that matters. That's literally all that matters. So again, it's like, don't get into the mentality of I'm going to diet for this wedding, I'm going to diet for this beach season, and then just fucking blow up.
Like,
and then I'm just gonna go crazy. Again, for me, like, you guys would deem it crazy what I'll eat like Saturday night of the show, and then what we're gonna do all Sunday. Basically, honestly, I'm not going to restrict myself. I'm going to get back onto a diet Monday that I've already written out. More calories, more carbs, more fat than I was doing on a contest diet, obviously.
They all saw my little binge post after the show.
Yeah. But it's still going to be a base diet. Like I said, if I want to, it's my birthday the next week, so we're obviously going to go out. It's my brother's birthday, so we're going to go out. And I'm not going to be restricting myself to the extent I am when I'm doing this. But again, I'm going to keep some cardio in there. I'm going to lift weights, 5 to 7 days a week. I'm going to be looking to put on a lot of muscle in that period, but that's another story. And basically, yeah, I mean, the thing is to enjoy life. This is a contest diet, so it sucks. You guys would hate it. You wouldn't enjoy life on it.
I enjoy life on it.
She does enjoy life. She has a little bit of a different diet to where it's more...
Bikini, you can't get too lean. So, I mean, 10% is cutting it close. Most people really could be at 10% for a really long time and staying healthy, but you risk metabolic damage because girls, like, you hit a point, like we were talking about, where you can't lose any more weight. And what if you start gaining a little bit or getting softer? Like, I feel like I'm getting softer. Maybe I'm not, but you start getting softer and you need to lose a little bit more, and your body literally, like, can't budge. So what you want to do is reverse diet and eat a little bit more. But, I mean, you could stay at my lean self if you did it right.
Right. I mean, your body needs calories to function, firstly. So these crazy diets, when you're going, people are 800 calories and all this cardio.
And there's some bikini cutters that get to 800 calories.
They almost starve themselves.
And doing 2 hours of cardio.
Weight. They don't drop weight because your body, again, is very adaptive. And it gets into starvation mode, essentially, where it's literally starving for calories, so anything that it takes in, it's going to hold, right? So it's the same thing with water. If you don't have water for a long period of time, you might say, oh, well, I wouldn't be holding water. But then the minute you had water, you would hold that water because it needs it. Yeah. Like, your body needs it. So the best thing to do is to have adequate amounts of calories to keep that body going, to keep that metabolism going throughout the entire day, to fuel your workouts. Again, to not be starving. You shouldn't be going to bed hating your life, like crying, why can't I eat this ice cream? You need to find that balance in your diet throughout the day to where, okay, I'm going to wake up and have a nice breakfast, a nice snack, a nice lunch, another snack, and a nice dinner, and maybe a little something before bed.
Arc Zero, I've heard.
Have a yogurt, a Chobani yogurt before bed, something like that. Yeah, there's carbs in there, but whatever, it's not going to kill you. So, it's about finding foods that you enjoy eating over a long period of time that you could say, okay, I could live like this. Yeah. I don't need to go get a muffin with butter or a bagel with cream cheese every morning. I could have egg whites and, a whole wheat toast. Or, and again, like put
peanut butter and oats?
Yeah.
It's my
put some
favorite.
low sugar ketchup.
Some Cellucor.
Seasoning.
Shout out to Cellucor.
You can make it taste really, really good. And she's better with cooking than me in terms of recipes and stuff. I love the food that I eat. It tastes really good to me, but I'm pretty basic with it. I put a lot of like 0-calorie sauces, hot sauce, spices, and things. But
I make pancakes and crepes.
As far as that stuff goes, like, that's the difference between her diet and my diet, and it's a diet that a lot of you guys out there should follow. Probably it's like an exchange diet.
Crazy. Yeah.
To where you basically have a macronutrient list of protein, carbs, and fats you're supposed to get in, and then you have
like choices.
You have a list of foods that you could exchange each meal. So essentially, if you wanted to have the same thing 6 times a day, you could.
There's been days I've had oatmeal and egg whites every day.
But you could also have chicken and sweet potato, then turkey and brown rice, or turkey and white rice, or
make creative
cereal
little
for
meals.
the morning with a protein shake. Yogurt, cottage cheese, egg whites, whole
apples,
egg.
bananas.
Yeah, I mean, and then vegetables. You have as much as you want. There's tons of options, and the key is going to be like to find what works for you, where you don't hate it, to where you don't hate doing it and say I can't do this.
Yeah, you can't like say that you're never gonna have a cheat meal. Like you can't make yourself crazy. Like I honestly don't want a cheat meal because I'm enjoying the way that my body feels, and every time I've had a cheat meal I get a little bloated. I'm like, why do I want to look bloated when I have the right body? And like you have to, most people get frustrated with not seeing results fast enough, and that's why they go and cheat on their diet. But you can't be doing it for like the body that you have in your head. Like you need to think about the body, but at the same time, like you need to do it as a lifestyle change. Like I enjoy eating this way because it makes me feel better, and in result of that, I'll get an awesome body. But that's all for now, I think.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I was gonna say, you know, the eating thing. It's like when we first met. Let's say I was still in my off season trying to put on muscle, but I was eating pretty clean. Like I was packing my food with me. I was bringing it. It really got down to like the last month or so before prep where I saw her dieting, and I was like, screw it. I'm gonna be dieting. I'm gonna just eat whatever I want to eat. But like I said, when I got back on the 100% diet, after a while, I started to feel, okay, this is what I want to eat. Like, obviously, I want to eat a lot more carbs and a lot more fat, but this kind of food over and over and over, because it's worked for me in the past and it's going to work for me again. Of course, I'm going to have my junk when I want it, but for the most part, stick on this.
Yeah.
And if you could do that and then throw in the things you like, that's the perfect combination. And you will lose weight and you will be happy.
Yeah.
And people will be envious of you and ask you how you did it. And you can tell them. You know, it's not that complicated, so you can do it.
Alrighty. So, definitely follow us on Instagram, ToriLives_49, BobbyLight1333. Alright, bye.